Hey all, Farmer Jesse here. Today I thought we'd talk about wood chips. Where to get them, how to use them, do they even work, how we use them. So, let's do it. Alright, so acquiring wood chips, that's the first step, right? Like, where do you even get them? The popular one, the one that most people know, is that you just call a tree trimming service and they bring you their wood chips for free. Because they have to pay, you know, a dump to dump the chips, and they'll happily bring them to you for free, right? I know this works. It does work. It does happen. It doesn't work really well for us. We've had one tree trimmer. I've chased them down. I've put cards on their windshields. I've done it all. I've tried to, like, really genuinely, don't throw snowballs, baby boy. Genuinely, like, gone after them. I even paid them when they dropped them off here, the one time they did, and they never came back. So maybe it works. Didn't really work for us. But you know that they're at the dump. You can go to the dump and get them because that's where they take them. Most of the time, as far as I know, the dump's not going to charge you for them. Come here, I'll put it on for you. You know, they have to pay the dump to drop them there, but the dumps aren't going to charge you more than likely to take them away. In fact, in some cases, they'll actually load them for you, which is cool. The load that we just got, I had to load that whole thing myself because in the winter, it's too wet for them to drive back there and get all the chips. There's also chipdrop.com, I think it's chipdrop.com, where you can kind of put in an order for a chip for, you know, tree service. Here in like kind of rural central Kentucky that, I don't know, we don't get, nobody ever contacts us about it. But in theory it works. I can see on their website it's worked, so that's an option. There's also a difference between sawdust and wood chips. Sawdust is really fine. That's what you get from like a lumber mill. And that may work, but you can get wood chips and sort of sawdust mix from lumber mills sometimes. And then you can also just get your own wood chipper and do your own wood chips, which is cool. Arguably more expensive and time consuming, but cool. And then of course there's like landscapers who will sell you wood chips. There's a lot of places to get them. Are they worth it? That's the big question, right? So what you would use wood chips for, I know that some people do like the back to Eden style, where they just kind of layer wood chips over top of their beds. I don't have any experience with that. I've never spoken to anybody about that. I'm not gonna knock it, but for us, that's not how we use them. And it may not be how I'd recommend using them, at least not at first. For me, wood chips are great in the paths, right? They go in the path of your garden and then they act sort of as weed suppressor. You okay? Okay. And I want to emphasize that word, sort of. They aren't a great weed suppressor all year. You know, they start to break down, grass will come through them, and then it becomes hard because it's hard to actually get the weeds out of there without pulling up some dirt. So what happens is that you end up pulling up that weed and then some dirt comes out. You can hit those with the stirrup hoe. That actually works pretty well, but you know, you do end up having a little bit of weed issues, so it may be worth putting down some sort of cardboard paper and then the wood chips. What we're really doing with these wood chips, these ones, sort of goal with them is to actually inoculate them with Winecap stropharia, and that acts as a weed mat, so it creates this really thick mycelium mat, and that helps to suppress weeds, and then it creates these beautiful wine caps. If you keep them covered and you get it nice and shady in there, then you can get these nice big fat Winecap stropharia. Are delicious and they're huge. So in theory you could have food growing in your paths. That's kind of one thing we're trying. I also love the aesthetic. That sounds ridiculous, like aesthetics, how is that important? Here's how it's important. Morale is a lot of farming. A lot of how you feel about your season is in the moment when you're looking around and there's either a lot of weeds or it just looks nice and clean. And I love how the wood chips look. They attract that fungi, not just the Winecap stropharia that we plant in them, but anything else that maybe connects to that. So that can be good habitat for fungi, can be good habitat for other beneficial microorganisms. Like I said, it's not a great weed suppressant. It's a good one. It does work for the most part. I would say 75% will be stopped or more by the wood chips. So it's good, but there may still be some hand cultivation involved. So that's just something to think about when using wood chips. There's also the labor aspect. It's a lot of work to put these wood chips down into paths. There's no good system for that because our paths are roughly 14 to 18 inches. And so we basically do it by the bucket load. I'll take a wheelbarrow out there and kind of shovel it out. I just haven't really found a great way to navigate that. So I don't know, that's something to consider. If you're doing an acre, I don't know that wood chips would make sense. It's almost easier just to use hose in your paths. And in fact, I would recommend getting your paths in order, like getting them nice and clean first and then laying down your wood chips. If you try and lay wood chips over top of your weeds, they're not really gonna die. They most likely will just come through. I think it's worth it if you don't have to pay for it, if you have a lot more time, if you're doing a smaller garden, and if you wanna try some experiments with like wine capstrofaria and that sort of stuff. I think wood chips can't hurt. So that's what we're kind of experimenting with on a smaller scale. Our whole garlic patch has it, and then some of this plot where this cat tunnel is, that has wood chips, and so is almost all of our plots have some amount of wood chips. So we're experimenting with it here and there and just seeing how it affects plant growth and, you know, just how the fungal activity is and if we can propagate some wine capstrofaria in our paths. That would be great. I'd like for our paths to make us some money. That would be super swell. This whole thought was sparked by the forum that we have at no-tillgrowers.com where Jackson Roulette, my partner in this no-tillgrowers.com, asked about whether wood chips were worth it. And I started thinking about it, and also I had to go to the dump and pick up some wood chips, so I thought I'd do a video about it. Anyway, make sure to check out no-tillgrowers.com, follow us on Instagram, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you are not subscribed. Like the video if you like the video. Don't forget to sign up for the Patreon page. You can also, if you're not into Patreon, you can Venmo us a donation if you want to keep these videos going and the podcast going. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast too, that's important. If you want to keep those things going, you know, maybe consider throwing in a few bucks if it adds a little value to what you do or to your life or to something, to your friend, to your fellow farmer, whatever. Kick in a few bucks, that helps us keep going. Other than that, you all have a great week. It's very snowy here. I think it's supposed to snow more tonight. Time to start some seeds. Thanks for watching.